Welcome back to Nagasaki. So in today's episode we're going to be finishing the sports area that you see in the background there. We started a few episodes ago. We're going to be doing the other side, the last 2/4 of it, to make it a whole area. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you to everybody for subbing to me. I hit the 1k mark and I couldn't be happier. I really was over the moon. So thank you to absolutely everybody, and thank you to everybody who joined me on my very first live stream. There will be more to come because I had a great time. Anyway, right, into the episode. So as I mentioned, we're going to be building this sports, well, what's left of this sports complex. I guess it's more two massive fields with a stadium at the end and a swimming pool in the middle, but kind of a sports complex. And we're going to start off with this track and field. Now, it took me a while to find one that I actually liked and I really wanted to use. And I play about this over and over again, but to be honest, what I end up doing is I remove it, I get rid of it, because it's rubbish. No, it's not, it's really good. But it doesn't fit what I want here because I had to make it bigger and bigger and bigger to fit the area. So I ended up getting rid of it and using the pedestrian paths that look like tracks as well instead. And a couple of those using the parallel road tool within the network multi-tool to be able to make it look a little wider and a lot nicer. And I was happy with that than I was with what I've currently got here. Although it fit purpose when building what I'm doing now, which is like the red path that goes around it and interlinks into it so pedestrians can walk around it. Because although this is a track and field, it also doubles up as a bit of a park and people do walk around it, which is great. Something I do really like. Now, I do put invisible pathways to get people to walk around it because to start off with, they really don't. Now, before I carry on, I do quickly want to mention that although most of my subscribers and commenters are amazing and they mean the world to me, and I see some great comments out there and I love answering them every time, as you know, I have a bit of a backlog probably at this point, and I do apologise, but I am getting onto it. Obviously, we just had the Plazas and Promenades released, which I was privy enough to have early access to. All the videos are on. You've got 3 individual ones and the big omnibus style episode, as it were, which is all of it in one if you do want to watch that and see everything that DLC has to offer. Now, there are a lot of comments I do get from time to time that always say, oh, in real life, it wouldn't be like that. That's not very realistic. Well, I've got one thing to say to you people out there who do mention that to me on a regular basis, telling me that my city isn't realistic, it wouldn't really work. This is Nagasaki. It's a real place in Japan. This is what it really looks like. When I record, I sit with this game open. I sit with Google Maps open and I'm basically copying it like for like. If it's in here and it's in a certain place in here, that means that's where it is in real life. So it is very realistic. It's based on what I see. Now I get, however, that might not be normal compared to where you live. It's not normal where I live. So a lot of this seems weird to me as well. But please stop leaving those comments because this is based on a real place. Okay, now that's out of the way, I do also want to quickly mention that this might be my last video for a while. I am doing more, I'm still building, but the Plazas and Promenades videos I did took a lot of effort. I put in a lot of work, a lot of hours to do them, and it kind of burnt me out slightly. Now, I'm still enjoying the game, I'm still building, and I'm still doing Nagasaki. I've been in there doing little bits today, little bits throughout the course of the week whenever I get a chance. And we will get videos up to you as soon as I have them ready, but at the moment I am flush and caught up. Now I'm trying to do little random videos. I'm thinking about doing a top 5 or top 10 video every week or every other week, we'll see. So that might be coming. We'll see what I do eventually when I actually get that done for you, but as it stands at the moment, you might not get another video next week or the week after. I will try to get one up every week like I always do, at least something for you. If I don't have a video up or don't have one coming out that week, I will be streaming, so feel free to drop in to my live streams. We have a good time. We are in Nagasaki and we're building an actual area just for streams. So I'm building this little seafront area and I'm only doing that in the stream. I'm not doing it in a video. So if you want to see that and continue Nagasaki, that's where you will see it, in those live streams. Now at the moment I'm streaming on YouTube. I will be looking into potentially streaming onto Twitch as well. I'm thinking about doing cross streaming. We'll see how it goes. But for the moment, we are stead on YouTube. But yeah, definitely join in if you can't. If I don't have a video up that week, join in on my stream. It's great fun. I'll love to see you all there. Anyway, back to what we're doing. This was quite a bit of a tricky bit. There's this little like footpath that goes underneath this area and comes up by the baseball stadium down there. And I spent ages trying to sort of do it, and I was like, okay, this looks nice, this looks nice. And as you can see now, I put that green down, and as soon as I wanted to put the asphalt over the red, it just didn't work. I had to raise it above it and it looked awful. So playing about with a lot of PO, getting it up and running again, yeah, well, it worked in the end, and I'm happy with the way this whole area turned out. Now you might be wondering to yourself, is my game still working? Is it fine? Yeah, it is. I was in there on last week when we did the my first live stream for my 1K special, and yeah, it does work fine. There's been some amazing modders out there who have gone in and redone all the mods and made sure they work, and the ones that haven't been uploaded or updated, they've redone them, added different ones. At the time of this recording, they released Surface Paint and Mod Fix, which I'm incredibly happy with, so thank you so much for all of that. But you guys have been absolutely amazing. Please show some love for the modders out there. A lot of them have their own sort of like buy me a coffee accounts or patrons or whatever. Any donation to help them, because they don't get paid, they do all this because they love it. And then you've got modders out there that are constantly helping people as well with their game. Feel free to show them a bit of support, a bit of love. It goes a long way, and they definitely 100% deserve it. As you've probably noticed, around this whole area I do a lot of decal work to try and get this to look kind of worn and used and quite a visited area. Now in the end I remembered, because Sakura, you're an idiot, that I have the little resources button down the bottom there, and end up painting some ore effects on it. Looked a lot better than all these random decals that I'm doing, so you'll see a lot of them disappear, but some of them do remain because it gives me the effect I want and that kind of general feel of this area is used. I put some water decals down on those car parks, as you can see there. I like to think during the winter months that this bay, always a good video when I mess it up. I always like to think that maybe it overflowed a little bit, a bit of water ingress here, there's not enough water being flooded away or drained away, and there you go, got a bit of water on the roads. Okay, yes, this is a slightly smaller video than I normally do, but I've managed to get this to work and fit in this area like I wanted it to, so I didn't really need to drag out the video for a very long period of time. Now here we are making these tennis courts, which is definitely what they are. Look at them, they're tennis courts, and it's what's actually here as well, obviously. Now it took me a while again to kind of get this building to look the way I wanted it, or the way it actually is. I took a little artistic license with this, because this is like a fabric thing that goes over the top. fabric dome that I couldn't quite do. So I used obviously Ronex's tunnel assets along with the block assets as well to kind of build this whole building. And then we go in with some lights and some little flags hanging off the roof, that type of thing, and it actually looks really cool. I'm really happy with it. Now, I made a load of glass assets. They're just big planes of glass. I made them for a friend because they needed them, and I ended up using them here, and they fit in really well, and they're great because I can color them too, which I love. Now, this is the biggest thing that I did differently here. Creating this end cap, I didn't want it to just be another wall. I wanted it to look something cool, something special. So I ended up using these, which are designed for like billboards. Actually, these ones aren't. These ones are designed for the glass roofs, like the canopies, which I think were quite cool. But I ended up turning them on the side, putting them here to use them up as walls. And I use these really cool sort of like bits here. I can't remember what these were for. I found them and I was like, I want to use them. I want to make this look really cool. So I go in, I feel about them, make them work with the contours of the actual dome. And yeah, I think it looks like it's a really cool effect. It's quite funky, and yeah, I'm happy with it, and I hope you like it too. It's not exactly the same as what's there, but it does look pretty cool. It's a bit more interesting than just a big dome. I say dome, more rectangular curve, but it looks a bit better. And yes, that was the moon pie in the background from Final Space with a train about on it, because that is amazing and I wanted it there temporarily. It won't be there forever, I promise. It's just so I can turn around the train tracks, so the trains can go in and out nicely, stop on both sides of the rails and the station that I've got before they get to the main station, which we'll be building in a later episode. Might be sooner rather than later, because I feel like I want to build that, but there is a brand new station being built there with the new Shinkansen line coming in. And I'm struggling to find references, so anyone out there or any of my Japanese friends happen to have some photos of what the new one's going to look like, the new station looks like as it's been built, please hit me a message. Either message me in here and let me know, hit me up on Discord, Twitter, wherever I am, I'm everywhere, and show me, because I really want to build it. I think it's going to be cool, and I'm looking forward to doing that area. I love building a good old train station, mate. Now, we're just making this entrance. To be honest, it is what it is. It's a big block entrance. I did one thing, didn't like it, so I made it out these different walls. Loving the door assets and the windows. They just look great. I've used them before. You saw me use them in the car dealership in a few episodes ago, so yeah, I think they look really cool here. Using those little like canopy awnings now to do this front bit again, just to make it look kind of cool, kind of funky. There is like a little awning here, but I just couldn't get one that I really wanted that looked right compared to what was actually there, so I don't make my own custom ones, but I think it look kind of cool. Okay, now I thought that area looked kind of good. I'm really happy with that. What we're doing now is we're just going to finish up this little small area. We're going to build this big sort of field that's here. I imagine it's probably where they practice, that type of thing. There's going to be a little temple at the end, which we'll see in the cinematics, because I did that away from camera when I was testing my streaming setup with a few friends, that type of thing. So not really built it on camera as such here. So you will see it. But we're coming to the end of the video now. I hope you enjoyed Nagasaki today. I've had a great time. This was such a fun build for me to do. It was one I was nervous to do, but I managed to pull it off, I think. And if you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, like, subscribe. all those lovely things, share the video as well, because that's the thing you can do. Thank you again for the 1k subs. All my links are in the description if you want to support me. Apart from that, you have yourself a great time, and I'll see you next time, either in Nagasaki or in one of my new live streams, because they're fun. Have a good one. Bye bye.